Cale Thomas and Zeb Wise in the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Attica Raceway Park, it's showtime! Cale Thomas jumps out to the early lead as they go single file to turns 1 and 2. Thomas will lead up down the backstretch, 3 wide for 6th off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. JJ Hickle onto the move into the 4th spot. He'll go side by side with Connor Morrell for 4.
Cale Thomas going to lead lap number 1 over Zeb Wise, Hunter Schuerenberg, JJ Hickle. Connor Morrell, the only one trying to take that top side of the racetrack.
And it's working right now. Connor Morrell takes that 4th spot right back from JJ Hickle. Hunter Schuerenberg jumps up to the high side, as does your leader, Cale Thomas, at lap number 2. Wow, battle for that 5th spot is a good one. Making the 4th spot between JJ Hickle, Connor Morrell, and Tim Shaffer, all trying to challenge Hunter Schuerenberg for the final podium spot.
Cale Thomas pulling away from this one from Zeb Wise. Hunter Schuerenberg continues for 3rd. Great race for 4th. JJ Hickle, Tim Shaffer on the move on the high side. Here comes Shaffer the outside of Hickle for that 4th spot down the backstretch.
Ryan talked to you early about guys to keep an eye on, and I said Brent Marks one to keep an eye on. In 3 laps, Brent Marks has gone from 20th already into the top 10. The Myerstown Missile on the move through the field as he challenges Cap Henry for the 9th spot down the backstretch. He'll take it, look to take 8th into turn number 3. Watching Brent Marks, the Missile is on the move. He started 20th, he'll cross the start-finish line, move him into 8th. 20th to 8th in 5 laps, Ryan.
Wow. And your leader going to get in the heavy lap traffic here with 6 laps in the books for Cale Thomas. Can Zeb Wise close? Hunter Schuerenberg comfortably in 3rd. Still nose to tail for 4th. JJ Hickle, Tim Shaffer. Sunshine, and here comes Brent Marks.
Marks in his 7th with that one. And last night, things got real interesting at lap traffic, and that's exactly what Cale Thomas is about to face. It's about 5 to 8 car lengths ahead of him. And Zeb Wise, last lap by, cut 4/10 of a second off Cale Thomas's advantage as we come to lap number 8. 8 down and 27 to go, and Cale Thomas is about to get really, really busy.
Heavy lap traffic racing side by side in front of your leader, Cale Thomas down the backstretch. Zeb Wise still in 2nd, Hunter Schuerenberg 3rd, 4th, JJ Hickle. Oh, he's going to split the lap cars in turn 4. What a move for Cale Thomas, a pair of rookies.
What a move by Cale Thomas, and you mentioned a pair of rookies. A bold move to go right between 2 rookies. Split screen there as we're keeping an eye on Brent Marks as he's challenging Courtney for a spot. He'll take 6th by a nose into turn 3 as Cale Thomas continues to thread his way through lap traffic. His lead down to 1.5 seconds though, but a pair of lap cars between him and 2nd place running Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise trying to take the top spot back. Last night, he led 7 laps. Trying to get there now, see if he can steal lap traffic. Cale Thomas is setting a torrent pace on now. 3 laps between himself and Zeb Wise.
Don't look now, though. Hunter Schuerenberg reeling in Zeb Wise for that 2nd spot. JJ Hickle and Sunshine coming alive. Courtney.
Tyler running the high side of the racetrack and bringing Brent Marks with him. Marks has moved up the high side to making hay down on the bottom side. And Courtney, he'll shoot past JJ Hickle, moves Sunshine into the 4th spot, and right in front of him now Hickle takes the spot back. JJ Hickle back to 4th, high side of 3 and 4. Really, really good right now, though.
Unofficially, the 13th lap goes in the books for Cale Thomas. Zeb Wise mired in heavy lap traffic right now. That's going to allow Hunter Schuerenberg to close an F55 car.
Cale Thomas' lone all-star victory came right here at Attica Raceway Park, and wow, looking through the field, Hunter Schuerenberg battling hard the lap car, and there goes Courtney to the high side by side down the backstretch, battling for 3rd.
Into heavy traffic, slicing and dicing as Cale Thomas crosses the start-finish line with 15 laps in, but we got a battle for 2nd.
Battle for the 2nd spots on. Zeb Wise, Courtney, Hunter Schuerenberg all duking it out as Brent Marks from 20th to 5th as we come to halfway, 17 down, 18 to go. Zeb Wise trying to chew into that lead that Cale Thomas has now stretched out to over 2 seconds, and Wise is about to have his hands full because Courtney and Brent Marks are on the move. Yellow, in turn number 2. Tim Shaffer.
That could be like Naida? No.
I think it's Hunter Schuerenberg. Hunter Schuerenberg, the other car involved. Wow. Shaffer and Schuerenberg battling for the 6th spot come together. And Attica Raceway Park officials on the scene. There's Kevin in the back of Shaffer's car and Steve Topper in the Macri Concrete side by side as they battled for the 6th spot. Brent Marks from 20th to 4th. And boy, if you remember the first one, he and Joey Saldana, a little contact for Cale to get by, and all is fair in love and war, right?
Exactly, as they drop the hammer in turn 4, green back out. The real team to go.
The real Geese Decoys Goose is back out on the front stretch and appears to survive. We'll see how things happen. Look at Connor Morrell go to the high side and try to get momentum early. It worked last time and got a couple spots. And battle for second, though. Tyler Courtney going after Zeb Wise. Zeb has the position. That's exactly what Cale Thomas wants. He wants the battle for second so he can start to slip away and hide.
If he plays his cards right, he can go another 10 laps there before he gets into lap traffic. And lap 19 goes in the books, and he has pulled away. Zeb Wise now comfortably in second. The battle is now for third. Brent Marks going to take a peek to the inside of Sunshine.
Brent Marks trying to take that 3rd spot from Tyler Courtney. They're battling in turns 3 and 4. Courtney comes down to the bottom of the racetrack, and Zeb Wise starting to close in. He cut that advantage in half. Zeb Wise on the move. Brian, last night it was lap 25. We saw the first race pass for the lead. Tonight, we're going to hit lap 21, and Zeb Wise really closing in on Cale Thomas running the high side.
Zeb Wise, a man on a mission after getting passed on the last lap last night. Hopefully this won't happen to him tonight as he's pulls to within 2 car lengths. Brent Marks now into 3rd.
Cale Thomas throws to the middle, and here comes Zeb. Look at the run. Zeb Wise gets off the high side. He'll down to the inside. Zeb Wise to the lead. Wise takes the lead for a moment. Thomas led the lap, but Wise takes the lead at lap 22 down the max stretch. Can he lead the lap, though, or can Thomas get the door closed? Cale Thomas slides up the racetrack. Wise cuts underneath him. Zeb Wise leads lap 23. By 2/10ths of a second. Brent Marks into the 3rd spot, though, Brian Liscott. As Justin Fiedler says, who says there's no passing in sprint car racing? 20th to 3rd for Brent Marks.
And he is closing in on the top
Thomas.
2.
Thomas not letting Zeb Wise run away from him. Cale staying right there and using that middle line that Zeb used to get to the back bumper down the back stretch.
And don't look now, but heavy lap traffic approaching here as we go 10 laps to go in this one. Zeb Wise, Cale Thomas, and Brent Marks.
Brent Marks with an incredible run, but can he get to him? 10 circuits remaining and heavy lap traffic in front of your leader, Zeb Wise. How does he negotiate lap traffic? The first time around, Cale Thomas was an ace in lap traffic. 9 to go for Zeb.
Zeb Wise glued to the bottom of the racetrack. Cale Thomas in the middle. First car to go a lap down will be Kemenah.
And does that pitch Cale Thomas behind a lap car a little bit and open the door for Brent Marks? Battle for second. Brent
Here
Marks
he
in
comes.
the 2nd spot. 20th to 2nd for Brent Marks, and now he's got his sights set on Zeb Wise.
And he's not done yet.
Cale Thomas right back to the back bumper, though, and Marks has a clear track of the 26th of Zeb Wise. 7 laps to go this time by.
Zeb Wise, Brent Marks, Cale Thomas, and now Sunshine, Tyler Courtney throw a blanket on the top 4 into 1 and 2.
How Zeb handled the lap traffic. Here comes Brent Marks, 20th to the lead into turn number 3. Nearly comes together with the lap car. Off of turn number 4, it's a drag race to the line. Brent Marks from 20th to 1st in 29 laps.
Unbelievable. Brent Marks into the lead from 20th.
No double file restarts. No choose cone, no nothing. 5 to go for the Myerstown Missile. Battle for 3rd between Tyler Courtney and Cale Thomas picking up. Cap Henry's worked his way into the top 5.
Brent Marks still has to deal with a handful of lap cars. He gets round 1 of them. Here comes Zeb Wise again. And for 3rd, the battle between Cale Thomas, Tyler Courtney heating up. Courtney down to the inside of Cale Thomas will take the 3rd spot.
3 laps to go for the Myerstown Missile. What a run. Can he complete it, though? Last night we saw last 100 yards the lead change. But Zeb Wise going to have to get on his horse and find another gear because the time is starting to run out this time by. Tip of the green, 2 to go for Brent Marks.
Brent Marks across the start-finish line, has a pair of lap cars between himself and Zeb Wise. Wise trying to get around those lap cars, pulls them within 7 car lengths down the backstretch as they race through turns 3 and 4 to the white flag.
White flag, the doctor's jacket is in the air. Can Zeb Wise pull the cat out of the hat? Last night, he got one stolen from him, but Brent Marks puts 2 tenths of a second on him, and he's got 3 lap cars right in front of him. Zeb Wise, can he make one last miracle run? Final 2 left-hand turns. Marks goes to the high side. Wise down to the bottom, off of turn number 4, from 20th to 1st, Brent Marks wins at Attica.
Zeb Wise will come home second, Tyler Courtney third, fourth, Cale Thomas, and fifth, the Cap Henry.
Brent Marks racks up his first career win here at Attica Raceway Park, his first All-Star win of 2023. Crossing around and going up top from 20th to 1st. Make some noise for the Myerstown Missile. And Brian Lisky, you're going to chat with, I have to assume, a pretty excited Brent Marks.
Check. There we go. Boy, when you rolled in here tonight, you guys drew the pill and things seemed a little down. You start 20th in the feature, and Blake said when they dropped the green flag, watch the 19 car. An unbelievable run, man.
Yeah, just hats off to my guys tonight. They really worked super hard all night long to try to get this car better, and you know the late pill draw just was not very good, and got us behind in time trials there, and we were just awful in the heat race and got better for the B main, and you know, as much as it sucks to be in the B main, we really needed that tonight to get some extra laps just to figure this thing out, and holy moly, it was just it worked no matter where I went, and that was just a lot of fun.
Did you know early that this thing was going to be that good, or did it take a little bit for it to come in?
It was actually right there from the start. You know, it was just so dirty and so hard to see at the start there, and I wanted to try to get down to the bottom as soon as I could, and I just found a lot of grip around the bottom there. Just was trying to be as super patient as I could and not hit the infield tractor tires, and yeah, it was just really, really good. I just had to work on it a little bit throughout the race to try to get my entry a little bit better, and every time I kind of opened it up, I got stuck up in the middle there, and so I just had to really be careful and patient there, and racing around some lap traffic was just hard because some of them were just going so slow on the bottom through the corner, and when I would follow them in, I just felt like you know, somebody's going to get a run on the outside of me there. So like I said, just hats off to this team. They just they worked their butts off tonight and all year long, and getting this car better and me more comfortable in it to drive. And like I said, that was just a blast. I just hope everybody enjoyed that tonight.
Everybody did when you come from 20th. Brent Marks' first career win at Attica Raceway Park. Well, as Blake said, he'll leave Attica as the current all-star point leader. You know, they say second sucks, but when you get second twice in 2 races and go out of here a point leader, big picture, it's been a great weekend for Zeb Wise.
Yeah, really, really good weekend. Just really frustrating weekend at that, too. I feel like I had a really good car again. I just made some bad choices there in lap traffic. It was really hard. I wanted to be on the top in 3 and 4, but it was kind of hard to see, and there wasn't much of a cushion. It was just kind of grip up there, and I just picked the wrong lanes at the wrong times. I can't say enough about my guys, Tyler, Derek, Brandon. All 3 of them did a great job tonight. I had a really good car again. I want to say thank you to Kevin and Monica Radine, Radine Management, Race Radine Foundation, Sundollar Restoration, TC Power Sports. Jason Dietz Trailer Sales had our first weekend with the T-shirt trailer, and all you great fans, thank you all for supporting me and Radine Racing. It means a lot.
Well, congratulations. When you finish second that many times, wins are coming, young man. Zeb Wise leaves Attica as the all-star point leader. Tyler Courtney a year ago swept the Spring Nationals here at Attica Raceway Park, puts together a good night, coming home third. When Brent Marks comes from 20th and you look and there he goes by you, got to be thinking, what am I doing wrong, huh?
Yeah, I think I saw him on the inside of me on like lap 3, and I was like, man, he must be really good. So obviously they've, you know, the last year and a half they've been really, really good. So, but yeah, it was a great night for us. We really struggled last night, and you know, Jake, Luke, and Cameron, they put their heads down and, you know, got our car a lot better here tonight, and we were, you know, had a tough heat race with Hunter on the front row, and you had to win that to get in the dash. And we probably could have used the dash for a little more track time, but if I just did my job and win the heat race, it'd get us in the dash. So, but all in all, a good weekend for us. Obviously, coming off last year, winning both nights here to come this year run a 6 and a third is a little disappointing, but big picture things. We're running for a championship, and come out of here with a top 5 and a top 10, and put this Austin Energy Drink Z-Max car up front where it needs to be. And like you just told Zev, you run up front and put yourself in these spots, wins will come. And I feel like we're definitely going in the right direction. We have some speed, and we'll just keep working on it to get better.
Tyler Courtney comes home third to wrap up the Spring Nationals here for the All-Star Circuit of Champions.